Alright, you are welcome. I'm going to continue on with buttons, and in this particular button we are going to be creating, unlike our last video we created a radio button, this one we're going to be creating a checkbox. A checkbox is simply for answering questionnaires where you don't have to type in anything. For instance, they ask you a question, to just pick the options that you like. You simply just click and then it checks it and sends your response to the server. So I'm going to be teaching you how to create a checkbox. So I'm going to type out the code for this and then I will explain. So first of all, we're going to do create a paragraph or a question for our checkbox. So we're just going to say, what sports are you interested in? Okay, so we'll create a line break for this so that our work will be orderly, and then we start to create our checkbox. And like most other button, you use your input element like we did for our submit button and our radio button. You use your input elements. So you specify the input type, and this is a checkbox, so simply just write a checkbox. And you remember to always put this in quotes. If you don't put it in quotes, it can mess up your code. And name, like I said in our previous video, we're not going to consign ourselves with this name attributes, because this is more on the server side of programming. So we'll get to PHP and network security, like I've mentioned in our earlier tutorial. We'll talk more on this. So for now, we're just going to focus on our input type attributes. So having done that, we're now going to put a bit of text here. So that will be the text that our checkbox is going to be corresponding to. So the first text there should be football, since we're talking about the types of sports that we're interested in. Okay, so we'll create a line break for this as well, so that our next checkbox will start below the previous checkbox. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it to create more checkboxes. Okay, we're going to make about 5 of these. So we need one more. Okay, so here we're going to fill in. Okay, the first one is football. I guess we just just pick any sports, really. Baseball, it does not matter what is there, you can decide whatever you want to put there, but it's just a checkbox generally for any kind of purpose. Basketball, I'm just doing this from the top of my head, so I just pick any sport that comes to my mind. Pole vaults, and then of course volleyball. Okay, so we're done with this. We'll save this, and then we'll come to our browser and hit refresh. So you see our checkbox is displayed. So you can come here then and click, and what happens is you see whatever you click, whichever checkbox you click will be highlighted. Okay, so that is it. I'm actually using Internet Edge Explorer. I want you to see how this looks like in Google Chrome, so I'm just going to open this up in Chrome. Okay, Chrome tends to display checkboxes in a manner that I actually prefer, because most browsers don't display this beautifully. You see that it highlights it in blue and is quite attractive, you know. And you see some checkboxes when you come to, you know, when you come to the page, and you see some checkboxes that a particular item is already checked by default. How you do that is you simply come in between your last quotation mark and this angle bracket. You create a space and you just type checked on that particular checkbox that you want to be highlighted once your page is loaded. And you guessed it, you put in checked. So the value for your checked is still checked. We are just going to save this, and then we'll come here and hit refresh. You see that automatically whenever you refresh this page, football is checked, but you can uncheck it. If you refresh again, football is checked. Then you can then go ahead and check the other checkboxes. So that will do it for checkboxes. I'll see you in our next video. Thank you for watching.